We are in full-scale war. The churches became first humanitarian centers. Pray to God about my son, that God will protect him in the war. But it didn't happen. He died. And they say, now I cannot pray to God. Some families become stronger and sad that some families weaker and fall apart.
Today we speak with Natalia Chornomor. She is the studio director of the Christian ministry, The Bible Today. And we talk about today's situation in Ukraine, the impact of the war on the population and on the church. And of course, how the church can play a role in reconstructing the country and maybe ending the war. That's the purpose of our interview.
Вітаю вас, дякую, що запросили на це інтерв'ю.
I greet you. I'm so thankful that you invited me to be on this interview.
Oh, we're very happy to have you.
Ми дуже раді мати сьогодні вас з нами.
Can you briefly tell us something about who you are and where you live and what is the purpose of your organization?
I am Ukrainian and I'm a person who deeply believes that our world needs God. In my life, I had few very strong, powerful projects, and one of these projects is Media Ministry. And we founded this Media Ministry 25 years ago. And the main purpose of our organization is hidden in the name of our organization, Actuality of Bible for Today. And we want to show for people that Bible is actual for today.
Okay. So, and what needs do you see among the people in Ukraine and how can the church help them?
We are in full-scale war already for 2 years. And our needs and problems, they are changed with time, as it was in the beginning and now. It is needs like from first needs, as for example, where to live and what to eat, and to the another areas of needs like the inner emotional state of people. Only imagine, for example, only in the beginning of the war, 1/3 of our population is near 8 million people. They moved out of their homes. They moved to abroad, to another countries. And for example, our town, we are living in the central eastern part of Ukraine, and population of our town is near 40,000 people. And during the war as a town, we received more than 7,000 replaced people in our town. And if in the beginning we faced like challenges, as I said, what to eat and where to sleep, but as for now, we have new challenges. And what is these challenges? First of all, it's emotional inner state of the people who are living under the war for more than 2 years already. It's life when you are not certain, when you are living under constant shelling. Second challenge that we face is separation of families. Near 1 million of our population are mobilized, and they are parts of different divisions of armed forces. And it's a state when you are in always anxious state because you worry and think about somebody who are on the war. Also, near 6 million people, women and children who are staying abroad right now. And the families are separated and they experience radically different life and experience in this time. Some families become stronger and sad that some families weaker and fall apart. Also, a few more challenges that we face, worriness about a person who died.
Це поранені.
Injured people. We have, as for now, more than 35,000 military people who lost their hands or legs.
І полонені.
and a lot of captives. And people who are captives now, are prisoners in Russia, or also some who are going back to Ukraine, but they share their stories about non-human, terrible, horrible stuff that they went through. It's about some of our challenges that we face right now here in Ukraine.
Are there also some moments of hope, some moments of bright spots that you say, so this is something that we see which is good, which is changing maybe the hearts of the people?
No, of course, if to say about fullest light spots, of course, we don't have such, because we face a lot of loss, pain. We didn't choose this world, but we really choose to defend our country and to stay for freedom. And what is our joyful spot that our Ukrainian nation, we are people with strong spirit.
Хочу розказати одну таку потужну історію.
I want to tell one powerful story. 2 years ago, we visited one media conference where we, Digital Bible, the name of this conference, and we met one person there. And then that time, they sent us more than 20,000 players with recorded New Testament and Psalms of David. And we gave these players to military people. And I want to say about also our pastor, who is a chaplain too, and he is going to the eastern part of Ukraine, to these hard places where is war going on almost twice a week. And during this time, he already went to the front line 2,000 times. And also now we have in cooperation in ministry with us, plus 75 more military chaplains with whom we are working together. And I want to share what was happening. In the beginning, they bring to us pictures with soldiers to whom they gave these players with New Testament and Psalms. But then in some period of time, they give us another information. These guys whom you saw on that pictures, they are not alive. They are died. And our light spot, our good spot is that we had opportunity to share the gospel of Jesus with these soldiers.
Right, amen. And so how do you see, well, in fact, it is already a bit of an answer to this question. How do you see God's role in all of this? So your preachers are going to preach the gospel now on the front line, in fact, because you say they moved to the east of Ukraine to bring the gospel there. How are the soldiers and the people there accepting it? Are they desperate for hearing it, or are they just saying rejecting because there's a war and we have only bad memories?
The churches became first humanitarian centers in the beginning of the war. And churches were the first one who opened the doors of their church buildings. Christian people opened their own homes, and they were helping, feeding, and helping people. And I would like to say right now, big thankfulness to all Christian community all over the world because of your help, because of that help that you gave to Ukraine. Our churches in Ukraine had the opportunity to help other people. And for this reason, many people, they really are open to what church and to what Christian people are sharing to the gospel. From one side, as I said, people are receiving the gospel, receiving Jesus, but from other side, we have also opposite situation, because we met a lot of women who say, I pray to God about my husband, I pray to God about my son, that God will protect him in the war, but it didn't happen, he died. And they say, now I cannot pray to God. And we are staying with those people too in their state, and we simply stay with them, receiving their position right now, what they have toward God.
How can people support your organization?
We really need help and support. We understand and realize that our enemy is very powerful, and we wait, and we believe we will have victory. Probably we have three main directions where we need help. First of all, probably if you have some people who are professional and who can really help us, train us, teach us how to work with different categories of people about whom we are sharing before with you. And if there are those, if you have such a people, we will be very open and simple if they will contact us, and we will try and find the way how we can work together. Secondly, it's to support financially our media ministry, because when war started, we as a media organization, we radically changed many of our projects. We wanted to say truth, but truth during the war very often is so cruel and uncompromised. But in the same time, we want to stay kind and merciful. I also want to share about three projects that we started during the war. Our first project that we started during the war was project, we recorded video, and we called this project Truth About the War. And our first report was from deoccupied Bucha. Second, our media project is a great interview with Christian leaders. Because during the war, our society, community, and Christian people, they started to ask God many questions. And our third and last project that we are doing now is video prayers. What we realized, how we can help our people right now, is to do such a video prayers that our people can easily join and connect it. And we already see so many testimonies how people are open towards these video prayers. And it is so powerful for us that we can not only say about God, but we can help people to join people with God through these prayers. And our third request is short time ago, we bought a building, in part of the building in the central part of our town. And we want to use this building for different projects, for training, for ministering and helping people there.
Good. Do you have any closing thoughts for us and maybe for the people? Because we see that you're so encouraged even while you are living in a very tough situation. So how can you give something to us? What about the happiness, the true gospel in your heart? How can we, as Belgians who are living in a fairly good country, how can we get something from you? So in the sense that you are giving us such hope while you are in a hopeless situation. So how can you see that God will work through this? And what is it for Ukraine in the long term?
I want to tell that our war is not only our war.
І найголовніше, що я хочу сказати,
And the most important what I want to say,
це подякувати вашу країну.
To say big thanks to your country. Belgium was one of the first countries who gave real support and help to Ukraine in the first days of war. Thank you that you are the coalition F-16 and you are training our pilots and train and help our military people.
І у другу річницю війни ваш прем'єр-міністр Олександр Де Крoo відвідав Київ.
And also, when we already had 2 years of our war, your Premier Minister, Alexander De Croo, visited our country. We are so appreciated this. And from all our Ukrainian people, we say big thanks to you.
So how do you think this war can be ended, and how can God play a role in it?
Гарне питання.
It's a good question. From the beginning of the war, we started to have a lot of questions to God. Why? For what? And we don't have answers on these questions. And as for now, we usually don't ask God these questions. But in the same time, we experience God so close right now as it was never before.
Церкви моляться,
Churches are praying,
постяться,
taking fasts.
Наша церква з 14-го року щодня збирається на молитву.
For example, our church from 2014 year, every day in our church building we have prayer meeting.
Ми бачимо багато чудес,
We see a lot of miracles,
але ми не бачимо головного.
but we don't see the final or main miracle yet. For us, as for Christian, we have this question and we are looking for the answer. What we as a Christian can do more that our war will stop?
Це відкрите питання.
It is an open question for us.
And we say a big thank you to you for having this conversation with us. And of course, be assured of our prayers, and we will do whatever we can to help you and to support you, and to also help the people with what God can do in this country, because this is exactly why we all are there. I wish you all the courage of the world. I wish you a very happy Easter, although you are in a very bad situation. Christ is risen, and it's also for you. And I see that he lives in your hearts. Thank you for your heartwarming conversation.
Дякую.
Thank you very much. I want to invite our
Це чоловік, він інженер.
he is my husband, he is a sound engineer. Коля.
Артем,
And then
він
Артем.
зараз наш відеограф,
He is a
навчається
video
в
man. He
університеті.
is a
по
student in the
медіа.
university on the media.
Ріта,
And I want
Nash
to
assistant.
introduce you our Rita, who is our assistant, helper, and everything.
ну, це частина нас.
It is a
Взагалі нас
part.
небагато.
It is a part of our team.
God bless you.
Was je bemoedigd door ons programma en wil je ons steunen? Dan kan dat via upmedia.be/steun ons of via deze Payconic QR-code.